There's new research to suggest the quality of your diet could be linked to your emotional health and well-being, ultimately helping you to reduce your stress. Here to talk us through this is Dr. Joe Kostridge. Joe, good afternoon to you on a beautiful Friday.
Good afternoon, Tomo.
But let's talk about gut health, and gut bacteria is actually linked to a happy hormone.
Yeah, and it's probably not surprising. We know a lot of us feel our emotions in our gut, and we hear terms like go with your gut, nervous stomach, butterflies in the stomach. I think anybody who's had a stressful event, such as an exam coming up, knows that they can feel it in their tummy. And we also know that there are as many, in fact, some people estimate more nerve cells or neurons in the gut than in the brain. And that there are more bacteria in the human gut than there are human cells. So all of these things say, well, what's going on here? And this work has basically shown that what we eat is influencing those bacteria, and in turn those bacteria can influence in part our emotions through neurotransmitters.
So what kind of foods should we be eating?
It's probably not going to come as a major surprise. The sorts of foods that probably our ancestors ate. So particularly whole foods, so vegetables, fruits, meat, fish, chicken, or vegetable sources of protein, drinking plenty of water, not so much the sugary and processed foods.
So junk food gone altogether, Joe? Completely?
Look, I think if you want to have some takeaway on a Sunday or now and again, it does come back to the balance. It's almost the old 80-20 rule. If you're doing the right thing, in inverted commas, most of the time, you can afford some indiscretion. So I don't think this is not a religion. Eating in a way that's good for your body is not a religion. Now, some people treat it very seriously and won't let anything, pass their lips that they're not happy with. But I don't think we want to be too super strict. We want to get the basics right, and if we do that most of the time, we do occasionally. It's not going to matter.
Yeah, we've heard about endorphins with exercise. Can exercise also produce some happy hormones?
Yeah, and this is what's been shown. And in fact, the endorphins are sometimes called our happy hormones. And we know that exercise is good for our physical health and for the heart and the bones and the lungs. The list does go on. And it's also good for our mental health. And there's also been work showing that people who do some regular exercise tend to have lower stress levels. They can have lower levels of depression, anxiety. It's not to say that it can't happen or that it's a full treatment, but everything that you can do that's fairly simple, that's good for your health, is worthwhile.
It's all common sense, isn't it, really?
It's not rocket science, Tomo, and I think sometimes health is made more complicated than it needs to be, and it really is quite sad, because then people feel disempowered and they think, unless the government spends billions of dollars or unless something else happens, what am I going to do? And if you can eat sensibly, if you can do some regular exercise, drink some water, get some fresh air, manage your stress, you've got a lot of it covered.
A state of mind. Dr. Joe, as always, spot on. Thank you.
You're welcome.